สบายดี Success ทีมผู้เชี่ยวชาญด้านการออกแบบเส้นทางสู่การสร้างความสุขความสำเร็จทำชีวิตให้มีคุณค่าที่ดีกว่าเดิมเริ่มต้นวันนี้เริ่มต้นออกแบบความสุขความสำเร็จไปพร้อมกับเราที่นี่สบายดี Success
Education, transformation for meditation. This is a special flight event in Chiang Mai at Lana Hotel, Oriental. And today, we're very grateful that you come here. And today is very special event from Ajahn Supawan. Today, I hope you enjoy and get some information and. Okay, and usually we not have event like this in Chiang Mai before, and we organized by Kun Aw, Heart and Soul House. So thank you. So start from special life today. Okay, so.
Okay, thank you very much, Sherry. Thank you. Right. Let me give you a proper greeting. Good morning, everyone. Okay, and welcome to this event. What is the title of the event? Sorry, I forgot. Well, it doesn't matter. Okay, so can I just, I would like to know that how many of you are not Thai? Please raise your hand. How many of you are not Thai? Yeah, so you're the only one. So where do you come from?
Japan.
Oh, you come from Japan. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Okay. Right, so the event today is in English, so I'm going to execute the course in English then. I'm sure that all of you, especially your Thai, you are not beginners, obviously, okay, in Buddhism, in the Dharma teaching. You are more or less the veteran, okay, in Dharma. However, I'm going to give you the foundation, okay, as a platform for you to explore Buddhism further, okay. So it doesn't matter what level you are. I would like to start the knowledge about Buddhism with this question doll. There are many layers in Buddhism, okay. The layer is starting from the exterior. So basically there are two sides of Buddhism. The exterior of Buddhism is all about the temple, the establishment, the hierarchy, the ceremony, tradition, ritual, the yellow robes, giving and receive alms and chanting, including all the Buddha statues in the temple, you know, as you can see, all the glitter, basically. Okay, beautiful temple here and there, you know, the ceremony, the ritual, all these things, which make up of Thai culture, which is the very obvious part of Buddhism that mostly foreigners know Thailand of. Okay, but I'd like you to know that these are only the exterior. The glitter is only the exterior of Buddhism. It's not the core teaching of Buddhism. However, this exterior is the part that protects the essence of Buddhism. Okay? Now, we are going to, so today is not about the exterior, obviously. I'm going to delve into the essence of Buddhism. So let's explore what is the core teaching of Buddhism. Okay? As a matter of fact, the essence of the Buddha's teaching is about empowerment. It's about self-empowerment. It's about putting the destiny of your life in your own hands. Not in others, you know, not in others. It's about trying to gain your mental and spiritual freedom, which is something that I'm sure that you are all familiar with, okay? And it's also about understanding the nature of your mind consciousness. So this terminology is maybe something new to you if you really notice Okay, normally you talk about your mind, you talk about your consciousness, and you really don't know what is what. Most people get mixed up. Okay, so I use the term mind consciousness. So because this body, so this really humble bottle of water, okay, is a very good representation of your life form. So your body, your life form is made up of your physical self or physical body, okay, compared to the, this plastic bottle. Whereas your mind consciousness is the inner parts of your body, okay, it's the inner part of your body. The reason that I use mind consciousness is because there are two separated parts within, okay. The water represents your thoughts and feelings, which you are very familiar with. They are very intimate to you. You are literally, rubbing against your thoughts and feelings all the time, right? Very intimate. And therefore you have the red part, which is your consciousness. Okay? That's why I call your inner nature, your mind consciousness. Thought and feeling here, and then your consciousness. So from now on, instead of using the term consciousness, okay, which is a neutral term that we are all familiar with, I'm going to create a character for it, okay, and then we are going to use the terminology like a telling story, language, so that we can move on with the explanation, okay? Because your inner nature is very difficult to understand, okay? They are not reflected on the mirror, in the mirror. When you look at yourself in the mirror, which part do you see? Your body only, right? You cannot see your mind consciousness. You cannot see your thoughts and feelings in the mirror. It doesn't reflect that part. So this is the reason why I need to use all these props, all these illustrations, okay, to help you to understand what's going on within. Why it's upset your life so much, okay? So, so today, within this very short period of time, I'm going to try to give you a mental skill as well as how to get rid of, okay, purge your unwanted thoughts and feelings, your painful thoughts and feelings. So I hope that this is something that you'll like to do, because if this is not what you want to do, this is not the room for you, I'm afraid, okay? Right. So, so it means that we're going to delve into all this terminology that you might be very much familiar with, especially at this day and age, that we all, get used to with the term as oneness, the isness, the being, the self-awareness, the here and now, the truth. Okay? God is, all that is, embrace the being, all these things, which I'm going to, I don't think I have time to introduce the innocent perception. I will do my best anyway. So let's start. Now, one aspect of Buddhism begins with these questions, okay? Which is delve into the essence, okay? The essence of Buddhism. The question like, who am I? Who am I? Why I'm here? Who sent me here? Okay, now that I'm here now, what do I supposed to do? Is there any duty that I need to do to fulfill this human life form? Okay, so these are all the questions that we need to ask. Like Mark Twain, he said that there are two really important day in our life. That is the day that we are born, if you believe your mom and dad, okay? And the second day that is equally very important is the day that you know that why you are here, why you're here. Of course, everyone will know your birthday, but can you just raise your hand straight away that, yes, of course, I know what I'm here for. It isn't, okay, yeah. It isn't that easy to understand this apart you know, right? So all these questions, you know, is a very profound questions that you need wise people to guide you, to give you answers. I will give you this, the Buddha's sutra. He said that, please listen with your mind wide open. I will explain later. The Buddha compared human being in this world as, he said that, the ignorant people in this world is equated to the hair on a cow, whereas the wise people in the world equated to the horn on a cow. How many horns on a cow? Two. Maybe some have three, I don't know. Yeah, the special one. And how many hair on a cow? How many strands of hair on a single cow? Uncountable. This ignorant and wise, we don't talk about intellectual knowledge, okay? We don't talk about your IQ. It doesn't matter whether you are a PhD student, you have the doctorate degree, or you have the 150 IQ. It doesn't matter, okay? The word ignorant and wise, the Buddha aimed to about knowing the goal of life. And especially all these questions, you need the people compared to the corn on a cow to give you this kind of profound answer to your life, which unfortunately is not that many in the world, right? Okay, you can count the number of people like this in the world. And sadly, the world is being led by all these ignorant people, some of whom wearing the suit costing hundreds of thousands of baht. Look very smart, look very intelligent, very clever, okay? Can intimidate you. But in their spiritual, point of view, they are completely blind. So it's very good that represent with this picture. Okay, and these are the people who are the elites. หนูเอาเก้าอี้หันเข้ามาไม่งั้นหนูคอเจ็บแน่เลยหรือจะนั่งในนี้ก็ได้ใช่นั่งให้มันไม่ต้องอกเอียง Okay now. So unfortunately, the world elite is being led, okay, by all these ignorant people. So therefore, they give us this ready formula of life. Okay, now that you're a human being now, you are in this world, so do what you can do, and the priority is about looking after yourself. It means your physical body. Look after your family, okay? So do your best in your education and then get a very good job so that you can earn a lot of money, so that you can have a lot of money to pay your bill, so that you can have good house, have car, have all this and that, pay your bill basically. And then this ready formula of life has been supported fully, okay, by Hollywood. Okay, Hollywood is a very big mouthpiece, it's a very good propaganda to let the entire world know that this is the goal of life. The goal of life is to have a lot of money so that you can have a good life. Good life means big house, big cars, have money, spend on holiday, this and that. So the first thing that you got to understand is that we are being led by all these ignorant people who give us this very false concept about life, about the goal of life, and that we are already the victim being trapped in this rat race, which we all know. We are just individual rats, right? So, and a lot of the time until you nearly reach your pension age, and then you have a bit of time to look at your life, and then when you look back the past 30-40 years, all you know is that I am so good in earning money, you know? That's all I know, but I don't know anything else. And then the coffin is right in front of me now. And then seriously ask, what is the meaning of life? Oh my God. You will send a chill down your spine if you cannot answer, you know, all these fundamental questions before you die. Okay? So this is a serious problem among humanity in the world. Okay? So, I'm going to show you. So, in not knowing the answer to this powerful fundamental question, we are submerged in confusion and mental pain. This is mental pain. Your thoughts and your feelings, you know, in the trembling, okay, unsettling state of mind. Okay, and then, do you see that we spend so much time, you know, focus on our life, making sure that, you know, ourselves and our family, you know, will do well, yet life still doesn't work out for us. We end up with broken family, broken down relationship, unsatisfactory job, okay, addiction in all sorts, okay, we can't deal with neighbors from hell, okay, we got ill health, and the list goes on. The list goes on. And then we just don't know what to do with ourselves. So I'm going to show you, okay, we end up like this. Physically, you are so comfortable in your favorite armchair. You know, you got all the entertainment in front of you, you got the chair that even massage for you, all these things. But your mind is very much like a runaway train. The runaway train that has no brake at all. Okay, so your mind is running, you know, like 200 miles an hour without any brake. And you even know yourself that you cannot stop thinking. You're going crazy. You are going crazy. You cannot stop that. And this is quite scary. This is quite scary. Okay, so just only I wish I could, you know, it can go on for days on it. Okay, so I'm going to give you this very short cut. Okay, so from now on, this part that represents the water in this bottle, it represents your thoughts, memories, and feelings. Okay, thought, memories, and feelings. Okay, these are the carrier of all your problems. So there is no need for us to delve into the individual problems. There is no need to at all. Okay, so what you need to do from now on, I'm going to round all your problem up into one word. Could you please read it for me? Jerry. Okay, so it means that from now on, all your problem, no matter what, okay, just call them in one single word, Jerry. Okay, because once you can underline that Jerry is your problem, we can begin to solve the problem accordingly. Okay, right. So here are just only a few examples, okay, of all the inconvenient truth that we are facing on a daily basis, because we cannot answer the fundamental question about life, what life is all about, what is the meaning, what is the purpose of life. So I'm going to let you look at it very briefly before giving you the solution, okay? Right. Could you please start a new clip for me in my, keep it like that, okay? Try to keep it short so that we can manage easier. So these are a few, okay, pictures, illustration that you are facing with your problem on a daily basis. And you may not know that these are the result of not knowing, okay, not knowing the answer to your fundamental question about life, about what life is all about, what is the purpose of life. Okay. So this first picture, I would like to depict anger. Anger is very much like your mind consciousness, okay, or basically your Jerry. Your Jerry, the water part, attack your inner self, your mental self, which you call consciousness. But from now on, if you can remember, okay, we create a character for our consciousness. So we're going to call it your mental self, which is your true self also. Your true self is inside, whereas externally, this is your shell only. Okay, that is the real captain in there. And the water in here represent Jerry, and Jerry are the carrier of all your problem. All the problem in the material world cannot jump into your life form in the form of material. It got to dematerialize, okay, dematerialize into the energetic form. And this energetic form is the form of your thoughts and feelings, okay, or Jerry. And then Jerry will attack your mental self or your inner self in this way, okay? So this unsettlement is what you call stress, worries, anxiety, okay? Anger, jealousy, envy, okay? Sadness, loneliness, depression, all the way to breakdown and suicidal, okay? So this is what Jerry have done to your mental self, which is also your true self. Okay? This is very important that you got to understand what's going on in here. Because all this nature, it doesn't reflect on the mirror for you. Far from it. Okay? So that's why I need all this prop to help you to understand. Okay? And then anger is very much like, you know, the person is holding this very hot coal in his or her hand. What he wants to do is throwing this hot coal to the person that make you angry. So the angry people, they cannot understand reason. They cannot understand reason. All the reason gone out of the, window. All they know is that everyone is wrong. I'm right. And I have. It is justified for me to do anything to you. To say anything to you, no matter how hurtful it is, okay? And the angry person think that that is the right thing to do. Please come in, please come in. Can you move the bag from them? Please come in, sit in the front. Okay, sit in the front. So, a lot of people think that it is justified for them to react to the anger because everyone is wrong. I'm the only one who is right. Okay, but the angry person, they cannot be like this forever. No, gosh, there won't be enough, mental hospital to accommodate people who are like this. If it's like this all the time, no. This kind of extreme anger will last only the most a few minutes. And then after you do all the things, to pacify your anger, okay, this extreme energy will disappear, and then that person will become sober, okay, it will become sober. But what you need to know is that this sober person is different person from the angry person 2 minutes ago, okay? It's two totally different person. And this person who is already sober from his or her own anger cannot even understand himself or herself that, oh my God, how could I do this? He or she could not even understand himself or herself that, how could I possibly say that to you or do that to you? Okay? And then the next thing, please come in. We got a seat here. Example. Yeah. Please come in. It's okay. Don't worry about that. Okay. Come up. Please come in. Okay. We got one seat here, one seat there, and then 3 seats back there. You can sit back there if you like. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, right. Thank you. Okay, so let's continue. So after that, what happened is that that person who already reacts angrily like that, okay, he or she will got to put up with the guilt for the rest of his life. And then you cannot turn the clock back either. Okay, so a lot of them with that really brief, reaction of anger, make them have to feel sorry for the rest of their life. And in that 2 minutes, it can happen in the scene like this, as you already known in the first, page news, front page news. Like the couple, husband can kill the wife can kill the husband, parents can kill children can kill parents, or sibling, brother and sister can kill one another. All this happened because of anger. Okay, so this is one example of anger for you. Oh, okay, this brief clip I show you, it just to exercise the anger. Look at the spoon. Quite cute. Look at the speed of the spoon. This is about the jelly. The jelly is simmering in this white. The jelly is simmering. Okay. I think she is very kind. I expect at any minute she's going to throw that spoon to her husband. Yeah, but she didn't do it. Very good girl. Very good. Okay. So this is another picture that trying to depict that when you haven't got the answer about what life is all about, you will try to find any solution at all that can just relieve all this pain temporarily. Okay, with this picture, I'm going to teach you how you are going to exercise your unconditional love. Because we talk about, non-judgmental so much. Don't judge people, all these things, give them a chance. But this is so much easier said than done. You cannot do that easily in real life, in not judging people. Before you know anything, even you utter any word out, you already judge that person within. Okay? Like, you're bad people, alcoholic, you don't look after your wife and family, all these things. But think again. Because everyone, they all have problems. Okay? They all have problems in there. And no one like to feed this problem within their life. They don't want to save them. They want to get rid of them. But the world don't have enough wise people to guide them, okay, to relieve all these problems properly. So therefore, they got to grab whatever they can grab, right? And the first quite easy thing that you can pop into 7-Eleven and grab one is alcohol, right? Okay, and then it can help, but not forever. Just for a short period of time when the alcohol is working. And then when the alcohol subsided, what happened? Your problem come back again. Okay, so you drink again, and then before you know anything, you become an addict. Okay, and this is the problem that spread to the entire world. Okay, this is quite what's going on. They become an addict already. Okay, and it's very difficult to give up. But the very source of the cause is that they just want to get rid of Jerry in the head. So for the new arrival, okay, this part is Jerry, the carrier of your problem, which represent your thoughts and feelings, the carrier of all your problems, okay, which are called Jerry, okay, Tom and Jerry. Right, so let's have a look, okay. See, something like this. Now, I think suicide is a very popular solution for people. I don't know if I give you the statistic in England, okay, where I live. The statistic in England is that every week, okay, men under the age of 40 would commit suicide. 84 The number is 84 men at the age of under 40 would commit suicide every week, not every month, not every year, every week. When I first heard about this statistic, I said that is a bit over the top. No. But the student who brought the figures to me, she worked in this department, keeping the statistic. So this is quite scary, especially for men, because men, you got this, leadership in you. You got the gene, the DNA that you need to be a leader. You need to go out and to hunt, all these things. You need to prove to yourself that you are somebody. Okay? You are somebody. Achievement. Okay? It's very important. And the peak of your life is from the age of 25 to 45, that's all. So by the time that you reach 40, if you haven't proved to yourself, to your family, to the world that you are somebody, that is where Jerry will hit you badly. And that's why the rate of suicide is so high. Unlike women, once you have family, all your life is just, attached to your children now. Your sense of competitiveness to prove yourself to the world is much, much less than men. Okay, this is why. And also in Thailand as well, the rate of suicide in Thailand, it used to be worldly, okay, globally, it used to be at the number 70 or 80, I'm not sure, okay, but now it has moved up to 30 something. It means that there are more Thai people commit suicide, especially this COVID time, okay. So this is, Jerry. With this picture, I would like to ask you to stop a bit and think. We like to complain. Life is so boring, and all you want to do, especially if you're stuck in a 9-to-5 job, okay, all you want to wait for is the weekend. Oh, it's weekend now, I can plan, or a public holiday, a long weekend, or your holiday that you book that you want to go away. This is all you are waiting, Look ahead all the time. It's going to be the weekend, because life is so boring. And get up, you get changed, have a bit to eat, and then go to work and come back, eat, watch a bit of television, and go to bed, and then life just repeated itself on and on and on. So boring until you're like this. Until you're like this, okay? In the hospital, it would be half dead, okay? And then you begin to think back. Did you ever think that when you get up in the morning, your eyes working completely fine, you can see your loved ones, your mom and dad, your partner, your husband, your wife, your children. Wow, I'm so lucky. I can see the sunrise, I can see the green trees, all these things. Oh wow, I'm so lucky, because if I'm blind, I can't see anything at all. But we never appreciate that. We never appreciate our own ability that we can breathe freely. With a full lung, oh, I'm so glad I can breathe. Until you need assistance with your breathing. The tube go up your nose, the oxygen tank, and each breath is so painful. Oh my God, I want to die, so painful. But when you can breathe freely, we don't appreciate that. We don't appreciate that we can walk like that. Go to the toilet to do our own private business ourselves with dignity. Until you're like this. And you need assistance, and you lose all your dignity. Okay? But when you're well, you have an argument, with your partner, look, you like to compare yourself with Mr. and Mrs. Smith next door. Look, they got the brand new car again every year. Look at us, 5 years, we never have any new car. Come on, we got to do something. You see, we never appreciate all the really most important things in our life. We don't. This is so sad. Not until we're in this kind of stage, okay, half dead. before you can really appreciate. And a state like that, do you want a new car? Or you want just to be able to go home and breathe again and go to toilet with dignity again? Think and learn to appreciate our moments of everyday life. Okay? Right. So I can pass this because if you are that person standing, you can go up okay? Every step of our life is just full of jerry. Okay? It doesn't matter when. Every step of our life. Okay? So this picture, I would like to guide you to see this. A lot of people, especially in the West, because material-wise, they have everything. They have everything, okay? However, a lot of people still feel that in the mind, in the inner world, they are still void. There is something that gone missing. There's something that is unfulfilled, but that person don't even know that. What is that thing? What that thing is? They don't know. And they look at, externally, look, I got a good job, I got good money, good family, good wife, good children. I have everything that I can possibly have. But why? Why I still feel so restless? So restless. Why I cannot rest? Why I still, what do I need? And that person, they don't know. You know what? It is much easier if you know what you don't know. You can go straight to Google. Google, tell me, okay, how to get to there. What is the recipe for this ingredient for this recipe or this thing? What is the this and that? You can always ask Google. But this kind of question, what is the meaning of life? Maybe you can ask Google. What is the meaning of life? Google cannot tell you. Siri cannot tell you. Okay? Siri can only give you the external information, but not inwardly. Okay? So this is also another big problem. And a lot of people have a depression. Okay? Have the depression because of this really pressing question that they feel constantly unfulfilled, having a big void in their mind. Okay, so in the end, they become depressed and they go to doctor. Doctor said that, okay, you need chemical, you need to take, medication and that kind. If medication can help you, the world won't be like this, I tell you. It won't be like this. So this is another big problem, that dealing directly with unable to answer the fundamental question of life. Okay? And then this is about, death. There is no rule telling you that old people with white hair would pass away, okay, before those who got black hair. No one tells you that. Sometimes the dead can be jumping the queue, and when the dead jumping the queue, my goodness, the pain, okay, is excruciating, unbelievable. This is the last picture that I like to show you about a very profound kind of loss. It's not about physical loss. Physically, you know that you cannot get lost anymore nowadays with all this, tracking you all the time. You can't get lost. Last week, I was quite shocked that I went into Google Maps of something, searching for something, and then there was the information of me being in wherever, okay, from London, to Bangkok, and then go into the detail that I was in Ratchathewi, I was in Nakhon Pathom, Salaya, I was in Phuket, I was in Koh Yao Noi, I come back to Salaya, I come back to Ratchathewi, and now I'm in Chiang Mai. All this tracking, I never informed them. No, I didn't tell you, hang on, today I'm going this and that. No, they have all this information about me. This is quite scary. Quite scary. Anyway, what I want to say is that physically you can't get lost anymore. Okay? They track you all the time. But this profound kind of loss is the loss of your inner self, the loss of your mental self. Okay? In the sense that you have a lot of, pressing questions that you like to share with people. You like to talk about it, to hear other people's idea, but no one want to listen to you. They either talk over you, they either change subject, okay, or they are so eager to dig out the ready-made formula, okay, like you said that, the งานเลี้ยงรุ่น, okay, everyone all 50s or 60s now, live until this age, one of them might want to say that, did you all ever think that, why we are born here? Okay, what is the meaning of this life now that we are all pensioners now? And everyone may, pause a little bit. We thought that they listen to you, but they will come out and like, oh, come on, friend. Don't think too much. We're living to this age now. Enjoy life. Don't think too seriously. We're going to die in a few years, okay? Enjoy life. Come on, let's go for a drink, let's go for a meal, let's go for this, let's go for that. A ready-made formula here. Which everyone think that, they are so clever, but that is not what we want. And this is the profound kind of lost. You are among the crowd, but you cannot connect with people surrounding you at all. And the most scary kind of loss is that a couple, supposed to be the beloved couple, okay? But a lot of couple, they got to try to think that what I'm going to say to my partner next. You think, okay, he's coming home. I got to think of a subject of what to say to engage in conversation. And this is not a loving relationship. And this is the profound kind of lost. Okay? So, let's have a look. So all these problems, okay, the Buddha already gave us the summary. The Buddha already gave us the summary. Can you read it for me? Just this part, please. Parting.
Parting from someone or something we love is suffering. Being with someone or something we don't love is also suffering.
Okay, in other words, carry on.
In other words, worries, anxiety, sadness, loneliness, anger, agitation, pain, discontentment, disappointment, panic,
discomfort, meditate, hysteria, and so forth, and suffering. Thank you. So this is the summary of what the Buddha have told us about all this life. The summary of all this picture that I show you, really. Okay? Okay, that parting from someone or something we love is suffering. Being with someone or something we hate is equally suffering. Okay? Think of your neighbor from hell. Okay? Your family might be okay, but you are living or by, someone who don't like you very much and can make your life hell. So, let's have a look. So in practice, in daily life, in reality, it's like this. It's like this. Okay, you are sitting very comfortable in your very comfortable armchair, but your mind is running at the speed of 100 or 200 miles an hour, and that you cannot stop it. You cannot stop it. So I'm going to ask you the question now. Is there anyone who disagree with these words of the Buddha? Okay, is there anyone who disagree? Or more precisely, I would like to ask you that, Is there any one of you who never experienced any of this problem in your life? Is there anyone in here who never get angry, who never get jealous, envy, never feel lonely, never have any sadness, all these things? Okay? Is there anyone at all? Is there anyone at all? Please raise your hand. No? Okay? ไม่ต้องเกรงใจ you can raise your hand. Okay? And maybe some of you like to say that surely it must have some, positive thing, happy moment in life. Yes, of course. We go to that later. But what I need to know is that is there anyone who don't have, any of these problem at all? I really would like to see your face. Okay. If you don't raise your hand, I tell you why you don't raise your hand. Because all this introduction that I gave it to you, I only just ran through the first noble truth that the Buddha found out on the night of his enlightenment. Okay? Noble truth means universal truth. It means that it doesn't matter who you are. Okay? What nationality you are. What religion you belong to. What political party you belong to, it doesn't matter at all. Okay? As long as you're a human being, every one of you have suffering, have mental pain all the same. And this is the reality, okay, or the reality of the first noble truth. Okay? Which you have, I don't think it's 8 minutes, it's more of half an hour or 40 minutes. But you are very good anyway. So it means that there is no need for you to open, the Dharma book now. What is the first noble truth? Okay, I saved your time. I saved the time for you. So it means that you all admit that you have mental pain. You admit that you have mental suffering so that we can go straight to the point. Go straight to the point as how to get rid of your mental pain, okay? Right, you need the SOS, okay? Right, so let's admit we need help getting us out of this giant maze of life, okay? The physical maze you can get out quite easily, but the spiritual, maze, labyrinth, is not easy. You need help, and we need help from the Buddha. Okay, we need help from the Buddha. We need help from all the Buddhist followers who know what's going on, who know what is what. Okay, so that's it. We finished with the first noble truth now. Okay, finished with the first noble truth. Yeah, the first noble truth it is quite painful. It is quite painful to sit there and listen. Okay, in England, I used to have a case that she could not get past the first noble truth. It could be like this gentleman who have left earlier, okay, because it's too painful to admit, okay, so it's understandable, it's okay, yeah. But it's just like you go to an alcoholic anonymous, no one can help you. In the Alcoholic Anonymous, the first thing you have to get up is to get up in the crowd. Okay, I'm Supawan Green. I'm alcoholic. I need help. This is the very first thing you got to do. You got to admit that you got problem. Otherwise, no one, absolutely no one can help you. Likewise, you got to admit that you have mental pain. Dukkha. Suffering. Otherwise, no one can help you. Okay? Yeah. And not everyone can get through this part easily. Right. So, let's move to the good news now. Could we have another clip, please? Thank you. All those pain, vanish into thin air. All he experienced was, okay, the stillness, peace, quiet, and stillness inwardly. So upon finding this experience, he knew straight away that this is the answer for humanity. This is all the people who are experiencing all this pain want. They want the experience that is in the total opposite from the pain, which is peace and stillness. Okay, so let's have a look how we could help people. Let's have a look. So upon finding that awesome experience, the Buddha gave us the summary. Okay, please could everyone read it for me loudly, please? No happiness. No. Okay, yeah. No happiness is greater than inner peace. Nirvana is the best kind of happiness. So we are going to use a bit of logic, okay, and then give us the very, summary that Nirvana is indeed inner peace. Because a lot of people, especially Thai people, think that like to connect Nirvana with death. You can only go to Nirvana after you die, and no, I don't want to die, so, I don't want Nirvana, which is totally a wrong conception. Okay? It's a misconception. Okay? So, I'd like you to know that Nirvana is only just the state of inner peace, the peace and quiet and the stillness in here. That's all. However, all these words on the screen here is only label. They're only label. They are not real yet. Okay, so the purpose in this class, in this session, is that I'm going to help you, okay, transform all this label, make into reality, make into real experience within. Okay, is that fine? Okay. This is the reason why you want to be here. This is the reason you want to be here. To find something that can really help you resolve your problem. So now we know that Jerry is the problem. Jerry is the carrier of all the problem in your head, in your heart. Okay? So we are going to try to remove all the Jerry from you. That's all. So let's have a look further. So this image portrays where you are and where you're going to. So position A is where we are right now. It means that our life is filled with stress, worry, anxiety, restlessness, loneliness, fear, anger, envy, or basically you are losing control of your mind consciousness. You're losing control of your mind consciousness. Okay? And now, thank God to the enlightenment of the Buddha. I still like to think the Buddha is behind me. That's why I keep pointing to the Buddha behind. Okay, yeah. And that is the psychological effect from yesterday, 2 days, that the Buddha always behind me. Right. So this is where we are now, position A, where we have a lot of problems, okay? And upon the enlightenment of the Buddha have found position B. Position B is the experience, okay, within that in the total opposite from A. A is like this, and B is like this, okay? Still and happiness, okay? Tranquility, fearlessness, calm, confidence, or I really like the word in control. Being in control of your mind consciousness is the most important thing of our life, because no one wants to lose control. If you lose control, oh my God, you sweat, your mouth turns dry, and then it's really scary. Okay, you want to be in control of your mind consciousness. Okay, so you can see that there is a journey there from A to B. Okay, so A is the first noble truth, whereas B, can you guess that which number of the noble truth in the four noble truth? Number what? 2, 3, 4. Number 3, correct. Okay, number 3, which we call nirodha. Okay, basically it's the end of the mental pain, the end of suffering. So you can see that there is a journey there. But this journey, is it the physical journey or your mental journey? Who got to take this journey? Your mental self got to take this journey, right? Which means that it isn't straightforward. Okay? It isn't straightforward. That's why you need guidance. That's why you need guidance. And what made the Buddha so extraordinary is that the Buddha are soละเอียด, soละเอียด. Okay? He also gave us this map. He gave us the map. Okay? He is so detailed that he gave us the map as how to travel from A to B. And this map is called the 4 foundation of mindfulness or vipassana. Okay, which come from the 4th noble truth. This is the 4th noble truth. Okay, the 4th noble truth, which the Buddhists know as Mak or Ariya Mak Mi Om Pat. There are 8 items that you need to do. Okay, yeah. Okay, look up. Yeah. Please be seated. Okay, right. Okay, so. Hello. Yeah, what's your name? Sorry. Lee. Okay. So we have, I have gone through a very lengthy introduction, and we get to the point of the journey now. Okay. So you just have to, you're being thrown into the deep end, but it's okay. You pick up. Okay. Right. So I'm going to repeat one more time to Lee. Okay. Right now we are at position A. Okay. Position A is the first noble truth about the suffering. It means that our life is being filled with stress, worry, anxiety, okay, restlessness, loneliness, fear, anger, envy, or basically losing control of your mind consciousness. So this is your mind consciousness. So this bottle represents your life form. You've got the physical self externally, which is the part that you can see in the mirror. You also have your mind, which is your thoughts and feelings, okay, represent with the water in this bottle. And then you also have the consciousness, the red part in this bottle, okay. So I would call mind consciousness. But this mind, your thoughts and feelings, I'm going to use one analogy, one word to use as the analogy to represent all your problems. Because all your problems come with your thoughts and feelings. To create all the symptoms here. Stress, worry, anxiety, and the list goes on. Okay, and the analogy is Jerry, Tom and Jerry. You know Tom and Jerry?
Yes.
Okay? Puzzle, Jerry. My name is not Jerry, it's Lee. I know your name is Lee, but I talk about Tom and Jerry, okay? Right, okay. So, now, when I mention about Jerry, I talk about your problem in here. I don't need to know what kind of problem everyone has. It doesn't matter. I will call your problem as Jerry, one word. Jerry the mouse. Okay. So. The first noble truth of suffering, okay, is about your very individual Jerry attack your mental self. Okay, I will call your consciousness mental self. I give a character for it. Okay, I personify this consciousness as a character called mental self so that I can use the analogy language to present the story. Okay, not the story, it's reality, but to help you to understand easier. Okay, so that we can find a solution. So therefore, we come to this stage now that we are going to engage in a journey. Right, you got to digest quickly. Okay, right? It's okay, we record it, you can replay later. Okay, so anyway, we are here at position A, where we have problems that Jerry brought upon us, attack our mental self, our consciousness, okay? And that attack give us this stress, worry, anxiety, restlessness, loneliness, fear, anger, envy, whatever. Okay, the list goes on. Or basically, you are losing control of your mind. Losing control of your mind, which I say that is a very scary moment, and you don't want to lose control of your mind that often. Okay, so thanks to the Buddha who gave us, upon his enlightenment, okay, 2.5 millennia ago, okay, he found out a state of mind that is in the opposite from position A. This is the state of mind in position A, restlessness, losing control. Okay, upon the enlightenment of the Buddha, he found the state of mind that is in the total opposite from A. That is very still, very calm, very quiet, okay, and very enlightened. Okay, so upon finding this state of mind, the Buddha knew straight away that this is the answer to humanity. This is the answer to humanity. And that state of mind is position B, where you have all the peace, the calm, there's mental stability, tranquility, fearlessness, and confidence, and above all, being in control of your mind consciousness is very important. So basically, you can see that we have a journey to do, okay, to travel from the state of losing control to the state of being in control. But this journey is not a physical journey, okay? It's the mental or spiritual journey, okay? From A to B, right? So, the Buddha is quite extraordinary in the sense that he gave us the tool to travel from A to B. He gave us a vehicle, a transport, to help us go from A to B. Because this is not a physical journey that you can ask Google the direction, you know, how can I go to Nirvana, this kind of thing. Google and Siri cannot tell you, okay? But the Buddha already told us. And that vehicle, that transport is called the Four Foundation of Mindfulness, or they call vipassana. Have you heard of vipassana, Lee?
Yes.
Yeah, vipassana, I'm sure that you have done some before, right? Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so the vipassana or mindfulness meditation is the tool, is the carrier that will carry your mental self from the state of, you know, losing control of your mind to the state of being in control of your mind. Okay? However, even in Thailand, Thai people who are born in the Buddhist culture, very few think that vipassana is something that is part of their life. It's something they must do. A lot of them think that, oh, vipassana is nothing to do with me. I got a husband, I got children, I got a wife to look after, I got work, you know, 9-to-5 job. Oh, vipassana is only for monks, for old people, for those who are really seriously about Dharma, but certainly it's not for me. Right? Did some of you think like this before? Yeah? You used to raise your hand if you thought like this before. Yes, of course. Including me. Including me. When I thought, Kammathan, Vipassana, oh, it's for monks, Vipassana, Thura. I thought about Janman, you know, so far away, distant, difficult, and very much not for me. Like that, okay? Yeah. You're very lucky, you know, you search for Vipassana. Right, anyway. This is the reason why I need to explain to my students why we need to do vipassana or mindfulness meditation. Okay? So I'm going to give you 3 different analogies. Okay? 3 different analogies why you need to do vipassana. But we come back to this humble, prop again. Okay? So you got the physical self, you got the mental self, okay, your inner self, your real self, this red part, and then you got Jerry, the detail of your problems, okay? The carrier of all your problems are Jerry, okay? So when Jerry attack you, can you see that the red part, your inner self, your mental self, your real self, is being lost in your mental jungle? Can you see that? Your mental self is being lost in your mental jungle, unable to come home. So, what is vipassana? What is mindfulness meditation? So mindfulness meditation is about trying to bring your mental self back home. Bring your mental self back home. Do you see that? Yes. Okay. Or you see in English, you even have the terminology as you are being a lost soul. Have you heard of that before? Yeah. This red part, your inner self, your true self, also is your soul. And your soul, your spirit being lost. You are a lost soul. Okay? It's the saying that we use a lot. Okay? So, vipassana or mindfulness meditation is nothing more than the Buddha go and hold a hand. Come on, I'm going to bring your mental self back home. Can you see that? Does it make sense to you? Okay? So vipassana is bring your lost soul back home. Bring your mental self back home. Home is a safe place. No place like home. Home is a place that you can feel safe, secured, being loved and warm, all these things. This is the concept of home. Okay? So this is what the first meaning of vipassana. I give you this analogy, this story, help you to understand easier. Okay? Secondly, the second analogy, just in case some of you don't understand, is that Jerry is very much like viruses and bacteria that constantly eating your inner self away. And this is also another saying that we do in England. Where do you come from, Liv? Australia. Of course you say this. Okay, you are being eaten up, by your problem. We'll say this. Okay, we'll say this. Okay, and exactly like that. Jerry, eat your mental self into pieces. And you got no defense whatsoever. And the Buddha know the problems well. So what did he do? He gave you the medication. He gave you the medication. Come on, this is the medication. Take it so that you can, so that your Jerry can be defeated, can be killed off. Okay? Just like you kill off any germ when you take the paracetamol or whatever. Antibiotic. Okay? But who is the one got to take this medication? Huh? Is your physical self or mental self? Which one? Your mental self got to take this medication. Because Jerry is eating up your mental self, not your physical self. Your physical self take the paracetamol, the, penicillin or whatever, okay? But your mental self got to take the medication that called mindfulness meditation or vipassana, okay? Yeah, is that clear? If that is still not clear, this is the last analogy, okay? If you don't understand this, I will go home. Okay, right, we are here at position A, losing control of our mind, consciousness. And then the Buddha said that, look, you must get to position B, where position B, this is the place that where you can find all your peace, your calm, your stillness, you'll be in control of your mind, all these things. It's absolutely awesome. You must go. And the Buddha, how extraordinary he is that he didn't say that you must go and then goodbye. You search for yourself in Google, Siri can tell you. He didn't do that. He completed his job. He gave us the transport. Can you see that? He gave us a car. Come on, this is the car. Take it, drive it from A to B. But this car is not Toyota, Honda, Mercedes or anything. The brand of this car called the Four Foundation of Mindfulness or Vipassana or bring your mental self back home. Can you see that? Okay? But the person who got to drive this car is your mental self, of course. Okay? Is that clear? 3 analogies to help you to understand why you need to do vipassana. Can you see that vipassana is belong to humanity? The Buddha didn't only give to Buddhist people. No. Belong to humanity. This is universal tool. Okay? Universal tool. Is that clearly? Okay? You're being thrown into the deep end, but you'll come at the right point that, I show this structure of life. So this image, this illustration, we have 3 noble truths. A is what number of noble truth? What number? A, number 1. B is number 3. And vipassana is number 4. Okay, so 3 out of 4 noble truths we already completed, okay? Save your time to look at the Pali canon. It might be about 20 or 25 books. Right, okay, save your time of reading. Right, so it means that from now on, we are going to delve into the actual practice of meditation. We are going to make these words of the Buddha become reality, become the actual experience within, okay? Because these are only label, chalak. Okay, these are not real. These are only words on the screen, right? Okay, you read, maybe, okay, I agree with that. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, and go home. You carry on, go back with Jerry. No, we are going to make all this label become the actual experience within. It means that you have to travel now. So physically, this is not a physical journey. It's not a physical journey. It's your mental journey. It's your spiritual journey. So physically, you sit still. But I'm going to introduce to you your mental self and how your mental self got to travel from A to B, okay? So you got to listen to the instruction very carefully. Very carefully. Right. So once again, one more click, please. Right, so we start with the reminder one more time. The reminder is that we all have problems within, a head, a heart, which I give you the analogy as Jerry. Jerry is constantly, banging on a head, on a heart all the time. Make us really tired, exhausted mentally. Can be another picture, okay? You got the physical self, and then you got the mental self, and your mental self is being surrounded, being attacked, okay, by a whole army of Jerry. But this is the part that you cannot see in the mirror. It doesn't reflect in the mirror for you. If it reflects in the mirror, oh, I got lots of Jerry, you go away, Jerry. You can't. When you look in the mirror, you can only see who? See your physical self, that's all. See your body, that's all. But the big part that creates the biggest problem, you cannot see. You cannot see. Okay, so this is the source of the problem, why we need to sit here and do vipassana. Okay, because we want to get rid of this whole army of Jerry that constantly attack us, making us losing control, okay? We want to clear our mind. We want to clear our inner home. Let's say, use the word home. Our inner home, okay? Make a home absolutely clear. It means that we got to purge Jerry, chase Jerry out of our house. Okay? Make it clear and still and quiet and calm and tranquil. All these things. So, okay, as clear as the water like this. So, what you have to do is this. Listen to this very carefully. Okay? I'm going to give you the means. So, I use all this illustration to explain first. And then once you close your physical eyes down, you're going to really follow the instruction and then try to. So basically, we want to make this thing happen, okay? Make this clear mind turn into reality, turn into the actual experience within, okay? Okay, by using the Buddha's tool. So I'm going to explain like this. We got the physical self and then we got the mental self, right? The physical self got the physical eyes. The mental self also got the mental eye. This mental eye, in the West, they call the third eye, the inner eye, all this. In fact, this is a very ancient knowledge since the Vedas in India. Okay, very ancient knowledge. They all talk about the third eye, the inner eye, the sixth sense, all these things, the mental eye, whatever. It was so significant that the entire Indian nation, remind people that we all have the inner eye, the third eye, by putting this red dot, which they call bindi, B-I-N-D-I, bindi. So bindi represents your third eye. It's just right here. Okay, so be aware that your third eye is just somewhere here. Okay, so it means that your mental self have the third eye here. Eye is for viewing. Physical eyes is to view the scenery externally in the world, in the material world. Whereas your third eye, your inner eye, is to view within. View the scenery within. Okay, within. Now, what scenery that you are going to view? There are three groups of scenery that you need to view, which are your breath, your movements, the rhythm of your movements, and then your physical sensation. Okay? So your breath and your movements are the first foundation of mindfulness, whereas the sensation is the second foundation of mindfulness. Okay? So this is what we are going to delve into now. Let's have a look what else. So the mindfulness key practice is to tightly hold onto your pose. Okay, so this man, suppose compared to our inner self, okay, whereas the storm 100 miles an hour is very much like Jerry, the storm of Jerry that sweep us away. Can you see that without this pose, where this man's going? Up in the air, right? To us, okay? Right? So, therefore, the Buddha gave us this foundation of mindfulness compared to the pose, where your mental self got to hold tightly. And that pose is your breath, your movement, and your physical sensation. Okay? So, this is what you are going to do. So, when you're going to do this, I'm going to give you the golden rule. The golden rule that you need to do when you engage in bring your mental self back home is 2, 1. Firstly, don't engage in Jerry. As you are using your mental eye to focus on your breath, your movement, your physical sensation, do not engage with Jerry. Do not compromise Jerry. It doesn't matter how important your thought is. Don't engage. Don't compromise. Don't entertain Jerry. Oh, I just won the lottery yesterday. Oh, I got lots of money now. Now I'm going to plan what I'm going to do, all this. Don't. Okay? If there is any Jerry come in as you are focusing on your breath, movement, sensation, what you need to do is to cut the cord. Cut the cord. That's nice to do. Okay? Don't engage in Jerry. Just really cut the cord. Because what happened is that between Tom and Jerry, this is your inner self, and Jerry, the carrier of all your problems, what happened is that it still have the umbilical cord connected to it. This is analogy language, okay? You see that the day that you come out from your mom's, womb, if the doctor or the nurses never cut that cord, would you have any freedom at all from your mom? Of course not. It means that you'll go together all the time. Likewise, this is in the mental, level. Our mental self, okay, our consciousness and Jerry, thoughts and feelings, got this umbilical cord that is still very much tightly connected together. That's why you have this habit of keep on thinking round the bend, on and on and on and on, endlessly. And you cannot shake it off. It turns into your bad habit. And bad habit die hard. You can't get rid of it. Even physical habit is still die hard, right? Not to mention mental bad habit that you cannot see in the mirror. You have no chance whatsoever if you haven't bumped into any guide to guide you. So that's why I need to use all this language, okay, to help you to understand what's going on within. What's going on within. So between Tom and Jerry, or between your mental self, your inner self, your true self, and your thoughts and feelings of Jerry, there is still an umbilical cord tightly connected together. That's why you got this very bad habit that you cannot shake off your mental, your painful thoughts and feelings. And you got to take it until you get to the point that I have enough. That's it, I'm going to kill myself. But you kill the wrong self, When you go to kill yourself, you go to kill this physical body. But the actual enemy that you need to kill is what? Which part? You need to kill Jerry, right? Because Jerry is the part that made your mental self, your inner self, in pain. But you go off to kill this physical self. Can you see that we are fighting our enemies in the wrong battlefield? The battlefield is within, but you come to kill the body. That's why we can never solve the problem in this world, because we are fighting our enemies in the wrong battlefield. That is the entire problem to this world. Okay, anyway, thanks to the Buddha. So from now on, we are going to really fight the enemy head on, okay? And that enemy is Jerry. So initially, what you need to do is to really focus fully, use your bindi, your mental eye, focus fully on your breath, on your movements, on your physical sensation. If there is any Jerry come in between, please cut the cord. Cut the cord. Don't engage, don't entertain, don't compromise. No matter how serious, how important that thought involved, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, okay? Because in the future, if you have a chance, you're going, you can look at my clip, okay? What Jerry can offer you is the matrix world. Matrix, is this real or not real? Maya, it means it's not real. They're all illusion. We are being trapped in this massive, elusive world, in the world of hologram, in the matrix world, but it's so ginormous that you cannot see. But the knower like the Buddha and all the enlightened followers, they all know about this. That's why we need to do meditation, we need to do vipassana, so that we can come to the point of self-awakening. oh my God, it was the Maya world that I was in, trapped in. Oh, thank God that I'm out now. Go look at the first Matrix, you know, that film, The Matrix, that portrayed exactly. Humanity is being trapped in the massive, you know, Matrix hologram world. Okay, nothing is real, including all the thought, the project that you think that, oh, I must think, you know. Cut the cord. Cut the cord, okay? And then being awake, come to the world of true reality. True reality. Okay, is that clear? Is that clear? So this is the map that I have told you, okay? So what you need to do, just train your bindi, your mental eye, to fully focus, concentrate on your breath, movements and sensation, that's all. Okay, I'm going to introduce a very unconventional technique. The traditional technique of vipassana, if you go to any temple, any course, the really popular technique is for you to sit on the floor, cross-legged, okay? Place your hand correctly, close your eyes, back erected, and then use your mental eye and then focus on your breath. That is a very traditional, very popular way. But I won't let you do that, okay? Because I'm a very untraditional person. I walk out from the tradition. So you can sit on the chair, but erect your back, and then to help you to stay awake, I'm going to ask you to, okay, you know, tap yourself, to beat yourself up somehow. And strictly beat yourself, not other people. Okay, strictly beat yourself. You might think, I don't know that person is going to beat you up. Don't do that. Don't do it. Okay, I give you 5 minutes just to sort yourself out with drinks or go to toilet. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Okay.
เดี๋ยวน้องอ้อมอธิบายเรื่องน้ำมันนิดนึง
Okay, so คุณอ้อ going to help you with the self-awakening a bit further. This is another technique also, but I'm going to blend. Okay, hang on, Cherry, hang on. Let me explain. You know, let me explain first. To help you to be more mindful, to be more awakened. Okay, I only just found out last night as well that Kun all have this essential oil, okay, which is very potent. Okay, you can either put in your hand and then sniff, okay, rub and then sniff. You can tell Kun all which one that you want. Or alternatively, you can have this, you know, in the middle of your head, which can help to clear jelly away a bit faster, that's all. So it just, you know, helps to support each other. Okay, so you let people, the staff know that which one you want to press on your, so which one you like to ask Lee first. Okay, oh, you want it on your head. Okay, that's fine. Boom. ปิดแล้วเดี๋ยวเปิด
ยิงคอไม่ทันข้างหลัง
So what you can do is when the staff push the oil on your palm, then you rub the palm together and then breathe in deep. It awakens your sensation to bring more awareness to you. Or if the staff drop above your head, then you slowly bring awareness to the sensation in your head. Then it can really unwind up the story, emotions in this area. This is very powerful tool. If you really breathe deep, then you feel sensation the whole body. It's very good for some of you who don't really sensitive to the sensation in the body. So if you're already sensitive, you don't need to do that much. You already feel. But if you're not sensitive to your emotions or the sensation, then you can really breathe deep.
Okay. Right. If you're ready, please get into position. We are going to start with the practice. Now, what time is it now? เฮ้ย11 โมงครึ่งแล้ว
11 โมงครึ่งเมื่อไหร่อาจารย์ต้องขอเดทได้เที่ยงครึ่งได้ครับ
Okay then, is everyone please be seated. ขอให้ทุกคนมานั่งกันมันจะได้ไม่มีเสียงก็นั่งให้นั่นเลยเรียบร้อยแล้วก็เราจะได้เริ่มนะคะ So please listen to the instruction carefully and then put into practice. As I say, we are going to put all the label, the peace, the calm, tranquility, okay? Make it turn into the actual experience within. So please everyone, sit with your back straight, close your eyes, take a deep breath. You can sniff onto the essential oil to help to rest the sense of your awareness. And listen carefully and follow the instruction. Once your physical eyes are closed down, everyone sitting here still have that very strong sense of self. This instinctive sense of self allow you to know that I'm here, sitting here, I'm alive. I can hear the voice of Ajahn Supawan. This very strong sense of self is the working of your consciousness element. The consciousness element, the Buddha called Vijnana, Vijnana Khan. So this consciousness element allow you to be conscious. Its function is to be conscious. Its function is to know, to be aware. So from now on, I'm going to personify this consciousness element by calling it a mental self, your mental self. The mental self with the mental eye. Okay, so your mental eye is where the bindi is, that red dot. So this red dot is used as the subject. Your eye belong to your mental self. Is the subject. The subject to look at the object. So I'm going to help to underline this, this nature of mental self further. So please everyone, use your hand, tapping on your face. Please don't touch your eyes if you've got the essential oil in your hand. Okay, tap your cheeks and then your arms and the other side of your arms. And then your stomach, then your legs, okay, that's fine. Okay, sit still. Now after the tapping, you can see that the pain, okay, the buzzing pain from tapping are within your physical body, under the skin, right? And the pain, this buzzing pain, is being observed, being seen, being viewed by the subject. And who is that subject? That subject is your mental self or your consciousness. You see? The nature of your consciousness, its function is to be conscious, to know, to view, to observe, to be mindful. That is the function of the mental self or consciousness. So the moment like this, what's going on is that your mental self with the mental I acting as the observer, the viewer, and this viewer is observing the object. The object is the physical pain just under the skin from the tapping. Okay, try to look into your experience and try to fit the word in it. Try to understand what's going on basically. So this part, this drill is trying to underline or emphasize the existence of your mental self, which is your true self. That's why I don't want to use the term consciousness. I really need to use the analogy language to help you to understand. Because this journey from A to B, from the point of losing control of our mind to be in control of our mind, is the journey that belongs to your mental self. So therefore, you need to know the subject, the person who going to engage in this mental or spiritual journey from A to B. Okay? So this part is to identify the subject, the walker of this journey. So once you know this, we're going to delve into the actual walking the path now. How to walk the path. So we are going to start with bringing our mental self back home to, let's say, the red home. The red home, regarding your red home, or train your mental self to take the red pill, or train your mental self to drive the red car. 3 analogies, but come to the practice is one practice, all the same. Okay, so once again, please massage your temple, massage your earlobes, and then tap your face again, careful of your eyes, tap your face, and then tap your arms, the other side of your arm, and then your stomach, and then your legs. Okay, yeah, that's it, that's fine. Right, engage the journey now. Bring your mental self back home, or driving, or take medication. You do exactly the same, okay? That is, use your bindi, or your mental eye, your third eye, fully focus on the buzzing sensation on your physical body, in your physical body, whatever. Now fully focus, use the subject, the observer, look at the object and look at them fully with the full 1,000,000% of concentration. A full 1,000,000% of concentration, fully. Okay? In between that you are observing the pain, if there is any jerry coming in, okay, please do follow the golden rule. That is, don't engage with jerry, don't entertain, don't compromise, and cut the cord. Totally ignore, and then fully focus on the buzzing sensation. By doing this, you are doing vipassana, you are bringing your mental self back home. Your mental self is driving this car to position B. Okay, please one more time. Tap your legs. To wake yourself up and then retreat again. Just to wake yourself up. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Right, I'm going to keep quiet now and let you all bring your mental self back home and drive the car, okay? Don't drift along with Jerry. Cut the cord. Keep on looking at the changing nature of your sensation. The sensation is slowing down bit by bit. Keep on looking continuously. If there is any throbbing here and there, follow the sensation continuously. Really dig into the foundation of mindfulness or the whole. It's going to reach the point that all the throbbing sensations here and there disappear into thin air. But I'd like you to see that in your sitting position like this, in this posture, there are sensations here and there as well. That also the nature of home where your mental self can take refuge. So please look at the area of your bottom pressing on the seat. There is a big area of sensations. If you happen to lean against the chair, the sensation of the back, leaning against the backing of the chair, also another area of sensations. The sensation of your hands touching your legs, the sensation of your feet touching the floor, the sensation of your clothing rubbing against the skin. All this area, there are sensations everywhere. So those are also the foundation of mindfulness, or the nature of home where your mental self can take refuge. The nature of car, where your mental self can drive to position B. So please look at all this area, your bottom, your back, your hands, your feet. Right, next, I'm going to introduce the first foundation of mindfulness regarding movements. There is no need for you to open your eyes to see how your hands move, okay? So please, everyone, use your hands and then stroke your legs, go around your knees. Do it slowly. As you are going round your knees, please lean forward. Please lean forward a bit, just to create the sensations. Just to create the sensation. So focus on the rhythm of the movements. When you focus on the rhythm of the movement, you can see that your mental eyes can also witness the sensation as well, which is quite correct. It's quite a natural thing that your eyes can detect both the rhythm of the movement and the sensation. So please look at these both objects in one viewing, and then we are going to add another object into your viewing, that is your breath. So carry on with the stroking of your legs at the same time. Please use your mental eye, the observer, the subject. Look at these three groups of scenery in one viewing. That is your breath, the rhythm of your movements, and your physical sensations. You can focus on whichever that is very obvious to you. Okay, you can stop the stroking and then watch your breath and the sensations. Fully focus, don't drift along with Jerry. Stay home and stay put. Next, please face your hands, face both hands, and then thumb onto your legs up from above the knees, up and down. and look at these three groups of scenery. I try to introduce all the different techniques that you can easily engage in your daily life in different posture. You can see that as you are thumping, your mental self cannot drift along with Jerry that easily. You'll be fully mindful. You'll be fully aware of the sensation and the movements. The technique that work quite wonderfully. Okay, that's it, and then sit still, and then watch your breath and the physical sensations. This is the stage where we want to reduce the population of Jerry. Keep on looking. No matter how subtle, how faint it is, keep on looking. Don't drift along with Jerry. Cut the cord. Take a deep breath from time to time. Okay, so what we have done so far, okay, is to put in the causation. I want to explain scientifically as in cause and effect. So what we have done so far, we have put in the cause. The cause is to train your mental eye to fully focus on your breath, on your rhythm of the movements, on your physical sensations, which are the foundation of mindfulness or the home where your mental self can take refuge. This part is the causation that we have put in to this journey. Once you put in the cause, you would earn the effect. This effect is from your earning, the earning through the practice, the concentration that you have put in. What is the effect? The effect is the stillness, the state of mind that have less jerry. So I'm going to guide you to look into your head first. Please, everyone, look into your head. Jerry is the talking in your head. Jerry is the voice echoing in your head. Okay? So when you try to cut the cord from Jerry as you are having your mindfulness toward the foundation, as your breath, movement, sensations, by doing this, it's going to reduce the population of Jerry within and allowing you to see the silence. Less Jerry means more silence. More Jerry means noisy in your head, which is the state of mind that we are quite familiar with. Keep on talking, yapping away, this and that. So mindfulness, meditation or vipassana is the means to switch off the talking of Jerry, allowing you to see the silence in your head and the stillness in your heart. So I'd like everyone to look within your head and see if you experience the silence. Please know that your mental eye cannot talk. It can only see, view, look, observe. So you can look into your head without talking. If you see the silence in your head, it means that that is the direct result, the direct consequence of your bring your mental self back home, of your vipassana practice. And this silence is the nature of the calm, the peace, the tranquility, the bliss, all the quality of position B. The destination. The fully in control. As I said before, the Buddha said, no happiness is greater than inner peace. Nirvana is the best kind of happiness. Hence, Nirvana is inner peace. So, the silence, the stillness, which is the actual experience within right now, as the effect or the result of your bringing your mental self back home, fully focused. You have produced for yourself the silence, the stillness. You can also use another terminology as calm, bliss, peace. Those are labeled. Those are labeled. Only words. And these words are to describe the actual experience. Okay? So the actual experience has only one taste. But there are many words, there are many labels that can be used to describe this one experience. And the Buddha used the term Nirvana. This is the technical term, the specific terminology, Nirvana. Why I use this term? Because in the sutra, the Buddha said, no happiness is greater than inner peace. Nirvana is the best kind of happiness. Hence, Nirvana is indeed your inner peace, your silence, which is also the best kind of happiness. And now, you are experiencing the silence, the peace, the calm. That's why I know that this peace is indeed Nirvana. Okay? So Nirvana is the destination where you want to achieve through the means, the full foundation of mindfulness or vipassana, or bring your mental self back home. This is the tool, this is the means, this is the method which we have done in the past 20-30 minutes, and now we get to the destination, which I hope that some of you or a lot of you are witnessing this nature of inner peace and calm, which the Buddha called Nirvana. So if you have witnessed the silence, the peace, the calm, it means that you are having a glimpse of Nirvana. The experience of position B, the third noble truth. Okay, so we have the restriction of the time, so I need to do the summary for you. please keep your eyes closed. It is better for you to keep on looking at the peace, the calm within. So what I would like to emphasize is that we started from the point of having mental pain, being attacked by a whole army of Jerry, problems within. Jerry attacked our mental self. The first noble truth of suffering, mental pain. Upon the enlightenment of the Buddha has discovered a state of total bliss, peace and calm, which he called nirvana. And then he gave us the tool so that our mental self can engage in the journey from A to B, from the state of losing control because of Jerry to the state of be in control of Jerry, to the state of peace and calm, which is the full foundation of mindfulness or vipassana, which I give the analogy as bring your mental self back home, which we have done for a good 30 minutes now. And I hope very much that you all have a glimpse of peace, bliss, silence, okay, which the Buddha called nirvana, even just a glimpse. So I would like you to see clearly that from now on, whenever you are being attacked by Jerry and causing the unsettlement, the unbalance of your mind consciousness, you must know that you have a tool of empowerment. This tool is vipassana, is mindfulness meditation, is bring your mental self back home. So please use this tool to defeat or to switch off Jerry, your unwanted thoughts and feelings, by doing exactly like what I have been guiding you today. What you must do is to train yourself, discipline yourself to engage in this practice daily. What I have offered to you today is a very much a driving lesson of some 40 minutes of driving lesson. But this car that we are driving is called vipassana or mindfulness meditation. You cannot possibly, drive that well after 40 minutes of driving lesson. Driving is a skill. So what you need to do is to take this skill home. You know how to do all the basic now. Take it home and then keep up with your practice. Keep on practicing to cultivate your skill. The skill can only be made perfect through regular practice. Have the commitment, okay? Discipline yourself. Keep up with the practice. So the more you do, the better you will get, until it will reach a point that you become a natural driver of this vehicle called vipassana. It means that you'll be able to switch off Jerry at will. You'll be able to switch off Jerry, your unwanted thoughts and feeling, on demand. And this is the bonus of your life. It means that you are able to keep your mind still, at peace and calm, or to be in control, fully in control of your mind on a daily basis. And in between, you will gain your very own intuitive knowledge. This is what you can anticipate. This is what you can expect in the future, provided that you keep up with the practice. So today is only a taster for you to have a brief glimpse of nirvana, or basically your inner peace, your blissful state of mind that everyone wants all the same. But a lot of people in the world, they do not have the tool to achieve that destination, that goal. Okay, then I'm going to let you sit in silence for another further 5 minutes, and we're going to finish the session. Okay, sit in silence for another 5 minutes, please. Take a deep breath from time to time. You can see that your Jerry have really slowed down, and the silence is shining away. try to be very familiar with the experience of silence or nirvana. Right. I'm sure that a lot of you just want to carry on sitting, submerge in your bliss. You can see that what the Buddha said, that inner peace is the best kind of happiness. There is no happiness is greater than inner peace. Nirvana is the best kind of happiness. It's just so true. I'd like you to know that you are proving for yourself of the Buddha words. What he said, that 2 sentences, you, by putting into practice, you are proving his words that is true. And his word is timeless. Vipassana is the teaching over 2.5 millennia ago. But even to this day, it's still working. Okay? And you have proved for yourself. Right, please everyone take a deep breath and then slowly open your eyes. Okay? Yeah, I'd like you to know that, when you are in mental chaos, mental unsettlement, and you scream to the people around you that, please give me some space, please give me some peace and quiet. In fact, you don't actually mean the physical space, the physical silence. No. In fact, you mean your mental space, your mental silence. okay? But our knowledge is just not, cohesive enough for you to understand what's going on, okay? So anyway, it's just a shame that today our session is only a starter, okay? We don't have much time because I have the Thai session this afternoon. However, I have another English session all day, but that will be in Nakhon Pathom, okay, in Bangkok, but it's not far from Bangkok. Okay, I will give you the information. That will be on the 27th of December. So if anyone have interest in this, lengthy course, I advise you to join the course, okay, on the 27th of December, which is not long. Or alternatively, you can watch my YouTube video. There are many sessions in English. So today, it's just a starter to help you to have a glimpse of Nirvana, okay? So, is there any questions? How is it, Lee? Did you experience the peace? Yeah, just a glimpse, yeah. It's lovely, isn't it? Yeah, delicious. Yeah, I love it. I can just sit there. Okay, so right. So I would like to say thank you to Kun Shirley and Kun Oh to organize this taster for us. Okay, today in Chiang Mai. Okay, and hope very much that we'll have the next, the future session sometime. Okay, so thank you everyone for coming, and then I will pass on to Kun Shirley.
Yeah, thank you everybody for the first event in Chiang Mai for Samadhi Success. Today is meditation for transformation. So hope everybody get information for useful for your life and have happiness. Today I would like to thank you Ajahn Supawan for very kindness and for this event. And if everybody want to donation for charity for Ajahn and some stuff, so you can donate in front of the registration. And thank you, Kun Oh, from Heart and Soul. How you want to talk something?
It's such a very honor for me to be able to co-host today, and I would like to invite everyone to join more events and support the community. Looking forward to meet you all again and grow together in the better community that have mental health support. So because we need this a lot. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. So this will record for Facebook Live for Samadhi Cherry Talk. So if everybody miss or your friend want to know or miss some part of section, you can go to YouTube for Samadhi Success, and we will have event from Samadhi Spiritual Group. If any event, you can follow our follow group, our fan page. Thank you very much for today. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.